Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Well, today is a late vlog, which means tonight will be a late walk. But there's no wind and it's very still. I just took the dogs outside and there was somebody walking by and I was talking to her and she's like, yeah, it's such a nice night for a walk. So I was like, okay, as soon as I get done with my vlog, even though it's late tonight, I am going to put my shoes on and go for my walk. So it is currently 7 p.m. on the dot. I still won't remember that, watch. And let's see what the temperature is, because I have lots to talk about. There's a lot going on in the neighborhood, and the patio door people were out here all day today, and so I went with cousin Caroline for Cousin Fun Day, and I read a lot, listened to my audiobook. There's just been a lot going on today. There's a lot going on in the lazy life of Peter Monn. Today there's been a lot going on, so I have a lot to talk about. But first, let's see what the temperature is. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, or maybe it was supposed to rain today and it didn't. I can't remember. I looked at the weather earlier today. Let's see. Okay, it is currently 43 and cloudy outside. It doesn't really feel that cold. It doesn't feel like it's 43. 4% chance of rain, so no rain tonight. Oh, tomorrow is supposed to be 50. Today the high was 45. When Caroline and I were at Costco and we were coming back to our car, I was like, Caroline, it is really, really cold out here. She's like, I don't think it's that cold. I was like, it's cold. Tomorrow is going to be 53, then Friday 53, rain showers, 52, 57. Oh, look, Thursday the 27th, is that Thanksgiving Day, is going to be a high of 35. And then Friday the 28th, 32. So all next weekend is going to be really, really cold. So should we talk about my day? Let's talk about your day. It's your vlog. No, it is though, for real. It's your vlog. How are you guys doing today? You guys having a good day? Happy Wednesday. Did I say that already? I was gonna say this is my very first cup of coffee for the day, but actually I got coffee with Caroline. But the reason I was thinking that was because I was laying in bed with the dogs. Alex was on his way home, and I was listening to the final one that's out. The fifth Thursday Murder Club mystery book. I have an hour, I think I have like an hour and I don't know how many minutes left, an hour and 35 minutes or something like that of the book left. So hopefully I will finish that tonight on my walk so I can start the November Cozy Mystery book, and then I will be on track for the Cozy Mystery book club. I have right now an hour and 23 minutes left of The Impossible Fortune, which is Richard Osman's newest book. Well, it's the newest book in the series. I think it is actually his newest book too. It came out, I believe it came out in September, or it came out in October, I can't remember, but it just came out. So that was one of the reasons why I picked it as the first book for the Cozy. So if you don't know, if you don't know what you don't know is a lot. Remember when I used to say that? On my BookTube channel, I started a Cozy Mystery book club. So every month or every 2 months, I pick like a series. And I'm trying to pick series that aren't like 20 books long and 30 books long and stuff like that. I'm trying to pick like books that have like 2 books in a series or 5 books in a series at most, so that we can read all the books. And then, because some people have read like 1 or 2 of the books or all the books. And then that way, when the next book comes out, like when the next Thursday Murder Club book comes out, which will probably be next year, because I think he's putting one out a year, then we can all read it together. So like November's book was, I think the series is called the Golden Motel Mystery Series. And so like the second one just came out this summer. And so that's the November book. So there's only 2 in the series. So when the third one comes out, we'll read that one again. Do you get it? Do you get it? You're gonna love the Christmas series that I'm picking. I should give a little hint. Well, I'm gonna announce it probably. I don't want to give a hint, but it's an all Christmas series. That's kind of a hint. Alex has the dust vacuum inside. He's going crazy with the dust vacuum. Even though I've been cleaning up all day today and yesterday, the day before, with the drywall people and stuff like that, he's like going all around the TV. You can see the level of importance. I said to him, I said, I'm going to go outside and vlog. And he goes, okay, I'm just going to like make sure that the TV is okay and stuff like that. I said, okay. I said, this weekend, the entire dining room table, like where I work at the computer, like that table and everything over, from the bookshelves to the mantle to the leather chair in the corner to the what do you call it, the buffet table with all the pictures on it, to all the floor underneath it, to everything over in that corner is just completely filled with drywall dust. So we learned the second day after I cleaned everything up to cover everything. So we didn't know that it was going to be that bad. So we covered like the couch and everything, the chair downstairs. So we learned that on the second day. And today they did it like, well, the contractor that came out last week and Monday, they did a fantastic job cleaning up too. But the guys that put the patio door in today, oh my God, like they left it spotless. Like it was cleaner when they left than it was this morning when they came. So anyway, so yeah, he's like cleaning up the TV area because we got to turn the TV around and stuff like that. It's our patio door is in. Today is, remember when I said I did the vlog and I called it, today is not the day? Today is the day. Today is the day. The patio door is done. Although the screen door that they had ordered for it, it like went in backwards. And so he was like, we have to bring you a new screen door and all that kind of stuff. So he's going to do that. And then the security system has to get all hooked up to it and stuff like that. So, but anyway, so they're going to come back to do this, to bring the screen door and install that. But like everything else is done. But we don't have any curtains up because our old curtains we just threw away. They were like, so they were from my mom's old house and they were like a mess. And so we've been wanting to get new curtains anyway. It's weird because Alex and I were talking about like what colors, and I was like, you just pick whatever color you want. And originally he said, like he wanted something like burgundy or blue or whatever, and I was like, that's fine, I don't really care, they're curtains, you know. But today when I like sent him a picture when it was like installed, and he was like, I cannot believe how bright it is down there. So I'm thinking maybe if we went with more of like, because we want to like when we redo the condo, I mean we're not going to keep the same curtains, but I think it might inspire us, you know. We're just going to get some cheap curtains to put up there because we're going to be redoing the condo. I know we've said that for a long time, but we're getting estimates in January. It's going to start. So anyway, but I think to brighten the place up, if we had lighter curtains in there, like more of like a beige or like an off-white, I think it would look really nice in there. Because right now there's no curtains up. So people could just like walk, like watching my scary shows tonight. I am kind of scared of that a little bit. No, I'm not. But anyway, I'm like, it's just full window, completely open. Well, the picture that I have, the workers are in it, so I don't want to show you the picture, but I'll show it to you guys like tomorrow in a vlog or whatever, but maybe after we clean up this weekend when the condo is a little bit cleaner with the drywall dust and everything like that. But anyway, so let me just tell you about like the last hour, okay? So it ended up being longer than they thought it was going to be because the panel above, okay, so if you guys, if you've never seen, like, I've shown it before in there, but we have, like, the sliding glass door, and then there's, like, a space, like, this much, and then there's, like, 3 paneled windows, and so it's, like, the whole thing is, like, all open, and they go, like, real tall. And so between the sliding glass door and the top, they did, like, this, they had to do this fitting for it so that it wouldn't look like, it just wouldn't look strange. And so they didn't expect to do that, and the guy was like, I'm just going to do it because it's going to look nicer and blah, 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 whatever. I was like, well, you don't have to. He was like, well, if we don't, then you're going to have to hire somebody to come out here and do it. So we're just going to do it and throw it in. They were fantastic. And I was like, well, I feel bad because you're going to be out here this much longer. And he was like, they were supposed to be here today between 8 and 10. So this is, I'm exhausted right now, first of all, but I am going on my walk tonight. I'm in a fantastic mood. I had just a great day today. I'm going on my walk. So anyway, but they were supposed to be here between 8 and 10. And apparently, like, they have to go to the warehouse first and have everything installed into the truck, and then they can leave out here. And so they were, like, one of the last trucks that got loaded. So they didn't get out here until almost 10. So when he came, he said, I'm going to tell you right now, we're probably going to be late today. He goes, and it's going to be noisy. So I just knew I wasn't. I actually did film a video today. I sat right here and I did a haul, and they were coming in and out of the door. I felt kind of bad because I said to the guy afterwards, he was like, people have to work around us all the time. He was like, don't feel bad at all. They were so nice. So it was the guy that came out here before and then 2 other guys. It was different than the people that came out here before. I think it was a man and a woman before that were with him. And they were so nice. They were so good to the dogs. I mean, I didn't leave the dogs out, like, running around them. I was like, they were either in their house, like, when I was gone, or they were, like, upstairs in the bedroom with me. But anyway, I, like, have 5 million thoughts going on in my head. I am in such a good mood today. I don't know, just seeing the door. I said to Alex, like, when he left, I said, like, this is the beginning of our remodel. He goes, I know. Like, it's just a patio door, but it feels, like, so new. It just is so nice. Like, and it's just, And having no curtains there looks really nice too, because it just is like, it looks so open and stuff like that. So anyway, I was laying in bed and I was listening to the last Thursday Murder Book Club. I listened to like an hour and a half of it. And, because I didn't listen to a lot of it last night. So anyway, I was listening to it, and because I listen to music. But anyway, I was listening to it, and they were talking about drinking coffee in it, and I was like, I was so relaxed. The dogs were like sleeping next to me. This was when Alex was on his way home. And I was so relaxed, and I was like, had my AirPods in, and I was just like laying there with my eyes closed, and the dogs were sleeping next to me, and they were talking about coffee, and I was like, I want a cup of coffee right now. Because I knew they still had like, at that point, they had like 2 hours left. And so I was like, I just want a cup of coffee so bad right now. I almost, to be honest with you, unless we have something, like I'm trying to figure out like Thanksgiving right now, because we're either going to Alex's mom's house, or his aunt and uncle's house first, and then his mom is coming with us to Caroline's house. And Carlos and Liliana and the kids, they have somewhere else to go in the afternoon as well. So we're not really sure where we're going yet. But that's going to be a long day. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to vlog on Thanksgiving. I know as soon as I say that, people are going to be like, well, vlog the night before. Well, I would. But what that means is that I vlog at like 5 or 6. And then I turn around and I vlog like 3 hours later. I mean, I could tell stories or something, but there's not. I'll figure it out. I'll do something. But anyway, or I might just take the day off on Thanksgiving and not vlog. But anyway, today, honestly, I was like in bed, like literally like 45 minutes ago. I was laying in, maybe an hour ago. Oh, there's another walker. Hey, how are you? That was the friend that made the lemon bars. She usually has dogs with her, so I didn't realize it was her. But anyway, I was so relaxed in bed, and I just was so enjoying listening to my audiobook. I was like, maybe I just won't vlog tonight. And I'm like, no, you're gonna vlog tonight. Like you didn't make any other videos except for this haul video. Like, you can vlog today. So here I am. And I made a cup of coffee. This is the, I don't know the name, but it's the one that starts with a G. That's like the dark roast. I almost called it the genitalia coffee. It's like the Genavia coffee. I don't know, but I almost called it the genitalia coffee. I don't know what it is, but it has one sweet and low in it. Javalia coffee. I love this coffee. This is so good. Oh, but I have to tell you, I showed it in the haul. Hold on, let me have a sip of this coffee real quick. So, what is probably appears to a lot of people like, Peter's had so much caffeine today. I actually got a very small coffee when I was out with Caroline. What you're seeing right now is, well, normal Peter. But I also, like, if I take a nap tonight, I have a feeling I might sleep through the night, because I'm going right now literally on, like, other than when I was resting in bed but I never fell asleep, I'm going on about an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep right now. Not 2 hours, less than 2 hours of sleep right now, and I am really, really tired. But I'm going to go on my walk, because I really want to go on my walk tonight. I'm trying to walk every night, even if it's just for like a half an hour or something. So anyway, what is he doing in the kitchen, I wonder? Anyway, so I was laying in bed and I was like, well, maybe I just won't vlog tonight. And then I was listening to them talk about drinking coffee in this book. I actually like the 5th one. The 5th one's good. It's interesting, like, as it goes. The last one was really sad. The last one was a lot about, was it the last one? Yeah, the last one was a lot about dementia. And I have so many friends of mine right now whose parents are like in memory care units. Like, I've said this before, but I think it's one thing we don't talk a lot about in our society. And I think because, in all honesty, I mean, I know that there's been people suffering for a very long time from dementia and things like that, but I feel like, and memory loss, I feel like this is, like, I feel like my age group, like 50 to like 65, 70, I feel like is the first, I don't know, I don't remember my parents talking about their friends' parents being in memory care units. I feel like our generation is maybe like the first one that's like being hit with it this heavy. I have like 5 friends right now whose parents are in memory care units. In fact, I was talking to one of my friends about, who also likes cozy mysteries, and I was talking to her about, like, you know, this book and whatever, and she's like, do you think that I would like, she hasn't read any of the series or seen the movie, and she doesn't watch, like, any shows and stuff like that, and she's like, do you think, I was like, I said, well, I'll be honest with you, I said, one of the books deals a lot with dementia, and she's like, yeah, I kind of try to steer away from some of that stuff. So, you know, it's like, I don't know, like, and I know when I say that, people will probably be like, oh no, like, I'm 20 years older than you, and I have friends of mine that are older, whose parents you know, I have friends of mine that were like, you know, that are in their 80s and, you know, 12 step, but and sober friends of mine whose parents had dementia. They shared the stories and whatever. I just feel like I know so many people, and I don't remember my parents like talking that much about it, like when I was growing up. I don't know. I feel like in the last 5 years, it's a pretty common conversation that I have with friends of mine. Like friends of mine, it's a conversation like this. Like they'll say, you know, like my mom or my dad or whatever has to go to a memory care unit, and I'll be like, oh, and they'll say like, yeah, we went and looked at, and I'll say, oh, that's a really, I mean, the fact that I know like 10 memory care units around here, because I know so many people that have family in memory care units, like, I don't know, maybe it's just the age that I'm at. Anyway, the fourth book I really liked. I really liked the discussion around dementia. I think because Thursday Murder Club, if you don't know, is about 4 older people. Well, like one character kind of always just shifts off because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but stuff happens. And so there's always kind of like a new character that comes. Well, there's like, I guess like, well, with the detective, Donna DeFreitas, and then her partner. I mean, there's like 7 or 8 main characters. That's part of the problem that I have with the books, is that the books are kind of complicated. Like, cozy mysteries are just very simple. Even thrillers that I read, it's like they don't go off into 50 different directions. These books kind of read a little bit like Leanne Moriarty books, and then they kind of come all together at the end. Like, there's 5 storylines going on. And so if you don't pay really close attention, like, I've had to go back chapters, because I'm like, something will happen, I'll be like, what? I'm like, when did they find this dead body? Like, I'm confused, right? And a lot of it has nothing to do with the mystery. A lot of it has, like, this one has a lot to do. Joyce is the main character, and this isn't going to ruin it for anybody. Her daughter's getting married. And so, like, that's a huge part of the story. And so they're talking about, like, love and marriage. And so a lot of the conversations have nothing to do with the mystery. They're, like, about that, which I enjoy that. Like, I said this the other day. I think I would almost prefer him writing characters that aren't necessarily mysteries. He's written other... Alex is going to town in there. He is going to town. I spent a long time Monday and Friday and Thursday vacuuming up that whole floor and making sure there was nothing on the floor and stuff like that for the dogs, and making sure everything was clean and stuff like that. So he's going to town. It's so funny. One of his friends... Does your husband ever do this? Okay. One of his friends, I don't know if it was like for Christmas or something like that, gave him this. So the thing that he's using, he might have the vacuum out, but I don't think so. I think the thing he has is, it's like one of those, we have it plugged in the kitchen. It's like one of those cylinder things that you like vacuum stuff. I swear by those things. I swear by them. But one of his friends gave him one, and it's very similar to that, but it's smaller and it's like a wand. And he keeps it in the bedroom, charged in the bedroom. He, like, never uses it. And then I'll be like, it's like once a month, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go take a nap. And he'll be like, okay. And he's getting ready to turn the lights off. He'll, like, get up to, like, go, like, fold a shirt or something like that. And then he'll pick up that wand. And, like, I'm like, this needs to be done at 10:30 at night. And, like, all of a sudden he'll start going around the TV. And, like, I'm like, why now? Like, you've been laying in bed looking at TikToks for 4 hours. Why now? Like, you know, and I'll just laugh. And he just starts laughing. He's like, I'll be done in just a second. Like, he enjoys that up in the bedroom. Like, he just, like, wands with this wand thing. I don't remember what friend of his gave him that, but I could kill her for it, because I'm like, it's like always at like 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night when I'm like laying down and take a nap. And I'll like be like, my eyes will be like half open, and I'll look at him, and he'll like be like folding, like he'll take off his shirt and put on like a hoodie or something like that to get comfortable, and he'll like, or take off a hoodie and put on a t-shirt to get comfortable, and he'll be like folding it, and then like he'll like look over at he picks up that wand. It's like once a month. It's like, I guess he thinks that dusting only needs to be done once a month. Probably because I do dusting like twice a week. That's relatable. I know that one is. The thing about it is that like, I mean, we've never really had like strict discussions about like splitting chores. I mean, I think maybe back in the day, like he's gonna get ready here to do it here in a second. Oh, that's why he's doing it, because the trash bag is out. He's gonna take the trash out in a second. Like, a lot of the things we just kind of like the dishwasher, like whoever runs it or whoever's there when it stops, like unloads it. Like, the place is kept pretty clean. Like, whoever throws in a towel, like load of water, like the towels, like, one of us will, you know, it's not like we don't split it. Like, well, I washed them, you fold them. It's not like that. Like, I mean, if he sees that they need to be folded, he'll fold them, vice versa. You know what I mean? There are certain things that, like I don't mind cleaning, like, the bathroom. Like, Alex can't stand to clean the bathroom. But I also enjoy cleaning. Like, I don't, not like my cousin Caroline. Oh, my God, she wipes down cupboards and everything. I mean, her house is spotless. Every morning, white vinegar and water, she cleans the whole kitchen with. Her house is never dirty to begin with. Ours is not that clean, but I like to, like, make the kitchen clean. Like, I always put, like, you know, the coffee cup in the dishwasher and rinse it out. Make sure the cat. I like to come up, you know, to a clean kitchen. Like, I like to go to bed in a made bed every night with all the throw pillows, and he doesn't care about that. So, I mean, part of it is because I like to do that. But the one thing is so funny, isn't it? Well, like, I ordered these plank things. And he said something to me because they came tonight. The plank things, I swear by, that you put in the dishwasher, they're like, they remove calcium and stuff like that, and they clean out the dishwasher. And so I ordered like a 3-pack of it from Amazon. And so they came tonight. He was like walking out here with the guy, and they must have delivered it. And he's like, what did you order? I go, I don't even know what this is. Oh, I got like Hims shampoo and conditioner too, because I can't find it out anywhere. And I love, well, so I had ran out of it, and then I bought a bottle of shampoo, but they didn't have any conditioner. I don't even know where that was. But when we went to dinner on the farm, one of our friends was talking about that, like, he's like probably 3 or 4 years younger than me, and he was talking about how he loves that Hims shampoo and conditioner because it like really thickens his hair, like, as he gets older. And I said, oh, it's like they have like it's supposed to like help with like hair regrowth. I don't, like, my hair started receding like probably 20 years ago and just kind of stopped around here. Like, my hair is pretty thick anyway, but I love that shampoo and conditioner. And I have the Daily Face Moisturizer on. I do use that every day by Hims, but I ordered that as well. I think I ordered more face moisturizer too. So it all came tonight. And he was like, I pulled out the planks and I was like, can you put these under, because he was standing by the sink. And I said, can you put these under the sink? And he was like, oh, thanks I always forget to order those. I was like, I always order the planks. I don't care, you know, like, it is what it is. But so I can't wait to walk inside to a spotless house so we can just sit down there and watch TV. Somebody said something about they want me to catch up on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We're only one episode behind. We're only one episode behind of that in Orange County. So we're caught up on all of it. He's gonna, you know what he's gonna want to watch is all of the Watch What Happens Live from BravoCon. It just makes me jealous. It just feels like I wish I was at BravoCon. So anyway, I was laying in bed and I thought I want a cup of coffee, but I was so relaxed. I was like, no, I'll just wait until they're gone and then I'll make a cup of coffee while I vlog. I was so relaxed. Other than my nap late at night, like in between videos and stuff, like I'll bring the dogs into the bedroom, we play for a little bit and stuff. That was kind of something I learned with like Boo towards the end, was like spend time with them now, you know? And it took like losing 2 dogs to really like, with Pee-Pee, when Pee-Pee got diagnosed with heart disease, I really like the moments in the yard and stuff I started appreciating. But with Boo especially, like the last 2 years, like I would spend a lot of time with him throughout the day. But with them, like even more so. I'm like, enjoy the early days of them being puppies and stuff. So I always like, I take them outside, I play with them on the bed and stuff like that. It's interesting that I still get a lot of stuff done during the day. Like I film so many videos and get other stuff done, and I have added that to it just made me happier. But very rarely, other than if I'm taking a nap at night, do I just like lay there and I read the Thanksgiving book today too, the chapter for the Thanksgiving book. I'm kind of over the book, to be honest with you. Wendy, and what's the husband's name? Scott. And she just is always well, yesterday I said, why doesn't he take her to a doctor? And then last night he took her to a doctor. So, but then today she's completely fine. I don't care about her. I don't care about her. Nikki and I get laughing so hard. First of all, she's an influencer, and he's her assistant. And her influencer is that she does, like, table spreads for, like, holidays. Like, she takes pictures of it and videos, and then she, like, sets a really nice Thanksgiving table or Christmas table, and then, like, how she decorates. I said, Nikki, who is making, and Nikki, like my husband and Caroline, are on TikTok all the time. I said, Nikki, who is, like, I'm not on TikTok, okay? And I said, who is watching anybody set like a Thanksgiving table? And she goes, they are huge on TikTok and Instagram. Did you not know that? I go, no. I go, that must not be in my algorithm. Rescue animals and those little illustrations of where animals live in trees, that's my algorithm, okay? And funny memes. My algorithm is not people setting Thanksgiving tables, you know? So anyway, I was sitting here and I was thinking about I was like, why didn't I listen to my book last night? Because when I walked, I didn't walk. So we had marriage counseling last night, which we ended up talking about trips, and we ended up talking about getting ready for the holidays and stuff like that. In all honesty, it's like we'll have like one really serious session now, and kind of like where we talk about something deep, and then I was talking about this yesterday, and then we have kind of like two kind of like just it was just kind of that kind of session yesterday. It was kind of like, I mean, we didn't really talk about anything deep. So when we came home, I was like, I'm going for a walk right now, because if I don't, it was already like, taking the dogs outside and all that kind of stuff. Like, I didn't get started till late. So I was like, I don't want to like walk forever tonight. So I was listening to like mostly music. But anyway, what was I gonna say? No, I can't remember. Oh, so I said that to Nikki, and Nikki was like, yeah, those are huge on like TikTok and Instagram. And then I said that to Caroline today, and she's like, I love those. I go, what? She goes, there's people that do like table settings, and they teach you how to like make like a centerpiece, because Caroline loves to make centerpieces. I tell her all the time, I said, you're turning into your mom. No, I'm not. I go, Caroline, your mother was like obsessed with making centerpieces. She goes, I just like to make things pretty. My Aunt Kathy used to say the exact same thing. Well, hi, Walter. Well, hi, honey. Oh, there's Otis too. Well, y'all just went outside not too long ago. You're good. You go hang out there with Dad. Alex was taking all these pictures of them inside. What are you doing? Otis can't be bothered. Walter's standing by the door. Walter is my shadow. And now that Walter has discovered his bark, at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, he likes to stand on the stairs. And if he can't get Otis's attention, he starts barking. And then Otis comes running. And then he just barks. He has like a toy, and he barks with the toy in his mouth, and he'll just bark at Otis like to get him to start playing. I'm like, okay, it is too late for this. So anyway, I don't know how Alex sleeps through it. I really don't, but he does. They don't do it for like hours, because I'll like get up and I'll be like, okay, let's go outside, for a second and go do potty and stuff like that. And then they run, around the tree, and I'm like, they're pulling me both ways and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. But anyway, and they do their potties, and we walk back down there, and we walk down to Laura's mailbox, and then they're kind of ready to go in. So lately, Walter's been the one that's wanted to come in. They don't like walking on the wet grass, which is funny, because they'll go and they pee and stuff in the mulch, which is easier for me, because they're like right next to each other then. I mean, on the leashes, it's hard. And so right next to me, they'll do it on, they'll go potty, they'll pee right out here on the mulch. And then I take them, and one of them usually poops by their mailbox, and then I pick it up. By the way, always a poop bag in my pocket. One of them poops down by my neighbor's mailbox, and then I'll take one down. And Laura has this huge rock, and all the dogs pee on it, and so they sit there, and they both that's real easy, because then I can just stand there. That's when I usually do some of my prayers, is because I smell the rock forever. And so I just remember what movie I watched last night. I don't know why it took that to remember what Plymouth Rock. I'm gonna get to it in a second. Anyway, so I usually when we're walking back and forth is when I do my prayers and my meditations and positive affirmations for that day and whatever, in the gratitude list out loud. But as we're walking back and forth, so God loves all creatures, great and small. He does not care if they're pooping while I'm doing my prayers. He doesn't. He doesn't. And then I look up at the stars. There's no stars tonight because it's cloudy, but I look up at the stars. So anyway, what was I gonna say? So last night, well, I always push it. So I texted Caroline yesterday, and I said, I can probably only be gone for an hour. She's like, that's totally fine. I have nothing to do tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And so she was like, what time do you want to go? And I said, I think this was when I was done vlogging. I think it was on the way to therapy. And I said, how about from 1 to 2? And she was like, okay. And so, because I didn't know what time they were going to get done. I thought they might get here closer to 8 or something like that, and they might be done by 2 or I had no idea. So, and we know this guy because he's come out here 3 or 4 times now to check things, and so we know his whole life story. He's a really nice guy. So anyway, so this morning, I was talking to them and whatever, and they were bringing their stuff in, and they were telling me and they were telling me they were late because of loading the truck and stuff like that. And he's like, we're gonna probably be out there later, and it's gonna be loud all day long. And I said, okay. I said I was gonna go run out with my cousin in a little while. Would you care? Do you need me here? He's like, no. He was like, we can text you or call you if we need something. He's like, but we're gonna be here the whole time. He's like, well, I'll have one of the guys run out and get us lunch. And I was like, I can get you guys lunch if you want. He's like, no. He was like, I'm gonna have one of the guys run out and get us lunch, but we'll be here the whole time working, so there'll always be somebody here. And I was like, okay. So Caroline came to pick me up at 1 o'clock, and she was like, you need to be back in like 45 minutes to an hour. And I was like, I don't really, to be honest with you, they said it would be like earliest would be, I think they said like between like 5 and 6. I was like, so, or 4 and 5, I think is what they said originally. And so I was like, so we can just be as gone as long as possible, or as long as we need to. Well, she needed to get gas right away, so she wanted to go to Costco. Well, we went to the post office. She kept on counting down the miles to the empty tank. She wouldn't go get gas anywhere else. It had to be at Costco. So then we went to, I didn't have anything at the post office, and then we went to Costco, and she got gas, and then we walked around inside. She got tons of stuff at Costco. She's like, I don't really have anything to get at Costco. I was like, okay. So she ended up getting all this stuff. I'm trying to think of what I got. I showed some of it in the haul. So I'm at the point now with my hauls, because the camera stopped. It stopped right at the point where I was going to lift up my cup and have a sip. So hold on a second. Anyway, I'm at the point with my hauls, like with Trader Joe's hauls and Costco hauls and stuff like that, that they were very repetitive week after week. Like Trader Joe's, I was showing like the hummus sandwiches and the Mediterranean orzo salad. If I get like a new salad I haven't tried before, which I didn't today, I will show that. But like, I'm not going to show the same stuff I get every week. I think it's probably boring to people. So, like I got mouthwash at Costco. Which, if you ever get mouthwash at Costco, those things drive me crazy. You get 3 of them, and they come in the plastic things, but one of them always falls. It's just one. I don't know why. One of them falls out. Does this happen to you at Costco? Costco and Trader Joe's today were packed. Caroline asked the woman at the checkout at Trader Joe's, we were at 2 separate checkouts, but she asked her, she said, why is it so... I mean, Trader Joe's was packed today. She goes, it always says the week before Thanksgiving. And Caroline said... Well, I would think, because I asked her, I was like, can you do next Wednesday? She's like, yeah. And because I thought she said she couldn't. And she was like, no, that was before Halloween, Peter. And then she also lectured me because my pumpkins are gone. And she said, we don't get rid of our pumpkins until the day after. Oh, she was going off about Christmas decorations in the neighborhood, because outside, the people that put up those beautiful Halloween decorations, literally the day after Halloween, I'm talking November 1st, by 5 o'clock that night, every Halloween decoration was gone. Where I walk. I mean, it was like, people had tons of decorations. Every single one of them was gone. The house that had the pirates is now a Christmas extravaganza. So we're driving by it, and this is what well, first of all, she had said, why'd you get rid of your pumpkins? And I said, Caroline, I said, Halloween's over. And she goes, no, you leave your pumpkins outside till the day after Thanksgiving. I know people are going to be like, I agree with Caroline. And she's like, no, you leave your pumpkins out until the day after Thanksgiving, and then you don't put Christmas stuff up till the day after Thanksgiving. I go, Caroline, the world's a mess. If it makes people happy, let them put Christmas up in July if they want to. She's like, no, Christmas doesn't go up until the day after Thanksgiving. I said, I remember you having Christmas decorations for Thanksgiving. She goes, never. I would never have Christmas decorations up for Thanksgiving. I go, okay. My neighbor across the street is very strict about this too, because she was putting out her flags, and she's got like flags with turkeys on them and all this kind of stuff. And I said, you have your pumpkin. She's got like 8 pumpkins out there and gourds and stuff. I said, you didn't get rid of your pumpkins. She goes, no, you leave your pumpkins up until the day after. It's just like a traditional thing. I don't know. Anyway, I do Christmas when I want to do Christmas. Our neighborhood outside of here looks like it threw up Christmas. You don't really see much of it during the day. I have like a hair hanging off my lip. Don't. It's not from some hairy lipsticks. Anyway, there's some people that don't ever watch my drama channel. They're like, what is he talking about? It looks like when I walk at night, like last night, it was beautiful. It looked like Christmas. I mean, it's not gaudy. It's like really pretty. It looks like it like vomited. Like, anyway. So Caroline lectured me about the pumpkins, right? So then we're driving down the neighborhood. Well, the house that had the pirates fishing and stuff in it, it now has like, it has it's reindeer, but it's like something, it's like they put it together. They did it, like how they did the skeletons with the pirates and stuff fishing. It's like 3 reindeer in a row, but it's not like just like a setup that you buy at like Lowe's or something like that. It's like, or Sam's Club or whatever. Like they did it themselves. Like they have it set up, and then they have somebody sitting on it, and then they have all this stuff in the front porch. It's beautiful. Caroline looks at it and she goes, first of all, she goes, it's too early and that's tacky. I go, Caroline, it's so pretty at night. She goes, no. So anyway, she was asking at Trader Joe's, and she said, she just finished last night. She finished The Beast in Me with Claire Danes. She goes, it's my favorite show this year. And she goes, but I love anything that Claire Danes is in. Caroline, and then she goes, my favorite show. I go, you told me this the other day. After she had told me 3 stories that I was telling her, she goes, you told me this last week. I go, you tell stories all the time. when I talked to her about the Beast of Me the other day on the phone, I recommended it to her. She goes, Claire Danes is in it? I go, yeah. She goes, she was in my favorite show. I go, My So-Called Life? She goes, what's that? I go, Caroline, we've talked about this show before. She goes, Homeland. She goes, I could watch that show 5 times in a row. I love that show. I've never seen Homeland. She was going on and on about it today. Then I told another friend of mine, my friend was like, I think it was Tanya. Tanya's like, you've never seen Homeland? Caroline and Tanya love the same like shows. But anyway, so she was asking this woman at Trader Joe's, because it was so packed. She's like, why is it so busy in here today? It was so funny because we were walking through Costco, and Caroline's like, why do we pick the busiest day to come to Costco? And there was this guy in front of us, and we couldn't understand why he was moving so slow. We were like in the deli section, like where all the samples and stuff are, and so we're moving, and he's like almost stopped. To the point where like this guy came by the other way, and he looked at me because he could tell there was like 4 people behind us, and he goes, sir, he goes, you're holding up traffic, there's people behind you. And the guy like, he goes, oh, I'm sorry, and he like started pushing his car. So Caroline pushes her cart around him, and I go, oh, he was eating a sample. She goes, that was inappropriate. That's Caroline's go-to for everything, is it's inappropriate, okay? So then, Caroline has this rule. Have I told you the rule? You know she's on Weight Watchers, right? Okay, so if you're on Weight Watchers, she made up this rule, but you can use it. The rule is all samples at Costco are 0 points. I know, right? Okay. So Caroline literally just goes back and forth to the aisles, and she tries all the samples. The one sample they had today was this sparkling water that Caroline drinks like a vodka water. Like that's her go-to drink. And so like she buys this water and they had it as a sample, and I looked at her and I said, I don't think you need to try that one. I think you know how it tastes. And she goes, shut up. So anyway, I go to get the mouthwash because she's getting everything in the world at Costco. Butter, and she gets a box of white vinegar every week. Her and Mike clean with white vinegar, everything. The dishwasher, the washing machine, the counters, bathroom, everything with white vinegar and water, okay? I don't know about that. We don't do that. But the guy that our contractor did tell, because he cleaned out like our whole like faucet when they were doing the drywall, he was like, I noticed that you had like calcium buildup. I was like, oh, thank you for doing that. I didn't think it was that bad, honestly. And he's like, if you just get a little bit of white vinegar. I started laughing. He goes, what's funny? I go, my cousin Caroline uses white vinegar for everything. He goes, I swear by it. So that, I don't know what the white vinegar trick is, but maybe I need to start using it. I don't know that I want my house, Caroline's house never smells like white vinegar though. I'll have to ask her what the dilution experiment is. Neither one of us are chemists of the world, but I'm sure she knows. She has spray bottles that she mixes that stuff up and everything. Anyway, so I come back from getting the mouthwash. Caroline's like, you know the big aisles on Costco? She's halfway down the big aisles, like where the samples are on either side. And she's literally like in the middle of the aisle, just stopped, okay? And she's just standing there. And I come up to her, I go, and there's people trying to get around her. I go, do you remember the guy back there? She's like, yeah. She's like, I love that that guy said that. She said it to me like 3 times. She goes, I love that that guy said to her, you're holding up traffic. I go, you're holding up traffic, Caroline. You're in the middle. She goes, am I? And she's just sitting there eating these samples. I go, you're in the middle of the aisle just eating samples? She goes, I might want to get another one of these. I go, Caroline, just buy it. She started laughing so hard. So anyway, so then she was like, do you need to go to Macy's? And I said, no, I don't need to buy anything else, and I don't have the time for it today. So I said, so after that, after we went to Costco, which I just got, well, the other night when I was walking, I was so cold that I was like, I need to get some long underwear. So today when we were at Costco, I wanted to get just like the old school, like, you know, like the white, like waffle. Do you know what I'm talking about? The long underwear. But I was like, I saw this at Costco. It's probably crap, but I don't care. Oh my God, that scared the hell out of me. Is that my husband? Oh no. That's like way down the street. It's like 4 houses down. They're taking the trash out. I thought it was Alex, but I didn't see him walk by. Anyway, I'm awake now. I'm ready for my walk. And I'm really ready for my walk because of what I'm about to tell you. So I wanted to get this long underwear, but I was just going to get like the old school, you know, like the waffle underwear. Anyway, but at Costco, they had this, like they had long underwear pants. They didn't call it long underwear. I don't know what they called it. But they had shirts too. I got it in medium, so it'll be like real tight on me because I wanted it real tight so I can wear like a t-shirt over it. And then like a coat as well. But I probably got it way too small. I'll try it on. It'll be like way too small. But anyway, I was like, the tighter the better because I was so cold walking the other night that I was like, okay, I need some like long underwear and stuff like that. So I got this. So it was a 2-pack for $9.99 of the pants, 2-pack for the shirts, long sleeve shirts, thermal shirts. But they're this brand called 32 Degrees. And it's supposed to like hold the heat in and like reduce moisture while you're like running or walking or whatever. They're like for exercise. I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I got 2 boxes of the shirts. I got 2 black t-shirts and then like a white and a gray, I think. I don't really care about the color because I'm just going to be working out in them. And then I got 1 box of the pants because I was like, first of all, I think the size is way off. I'll try one. They'll be like Spanx. And then I was like, I might need a larger pair. Plus, they're only $9.99. But I was like, I don't need tons of this stuff. But that way I can walk and not be cold at night. Because once I start getting moving, I'm not too cold. Oh, and I bought gloves the other night on Amazon. They came already. I got New Balance, like walking gloves that have the little pads on them. So I'm real excited about that. But anyway, so then we went to Trader Joe's. I showed all that stuff in my haul today. And then, did we go somewhere after that? We were going to go to LL Bean. I was like, I don't even know the last time I went to an LL Bean. But then I was like, she was like, okay. And she was so tired. I was like, do you have a dinner appointment tonight? That's what she calls her dinner dates. And she was like, no, I'm just going to go home and watch TV. What did she tell me she's reading? She said it was like about a serial killer. The Butcher. I don't know what that is. But anyway, she's reading The Butcher. She said she's really into it. So she's going to listen to her audiobook and she's going to hang out with her husband and watch TV tonight. And then tomorrow night she has a dinner appointment. So anyway, so what was I going to say? So that was today. Well, kind of. So this morning, like when they got here, I mean, he told me it was going to be loud. I don't know. Like, I stayed up way too late last night. I watched a movie. I watched Dragula. No, I watched Dragula. When did I watch Dragula? Did I watch? Oh, I watched Dragula. Yeah, later. I like watched like a third of it while I was eating after my walk. And then like I took my nap. Took a shower, then took my nap. Then when I got up, I finished Dragula. And I didn't realize we were so far along in the season. There's like 4 of them left. And then, so are we at the finale? Or are we like 1 episode away from the finale? I love Dragula so much. So anyway, I watched Dragula, and then I watched this movie, and then I watched like 2 episodes of The Fall. I'll get to it in a second. I like The Fall. Caroline said she already watched it. Because I said something about it. She goes, it was on Netflix or something. She's like, I think it was. That's how I had it first. Or maybe it's just on Prime. It's not on BritBox. I don't know. I like it. I just really miss Shetland, if you want to know the truth. Shetland is so good. I love that Lisa commented too. And she goes, I'll start The Fall tonight. Lisa, we're watching all the same shows together. And Lisa DMs me sometimes too. So, but anyway, we're friends like that. I'm friends with all of you though. Feel free to DM me. Anyway, on Instagram. That's the only place I am. So anyway, I like The Fall. I don't know, like, I like the smaller town ones, like, where everybody kind of knows each other, and I don't know, they're scarier to me. This is scary, I mean, it's about a serial killer, but it also is kind of like, you know, he's gonna kind of get caught, and, like, his wife and daughter are kind of involved. I don't know, it's just, there's a lot going on with it. But anyway, and I don't love Gillian Anderson's character in this. Maybe I'll grow to like her, but I don't love her right now. I don't know. She reminds me of another detective in another show. I can't remember. But anyway, so tonight, so I'm caught up on all my shows for this week. So, oh no, Below Deck Mediterranean. Caroline watched it already. We were talking about that today. So I ended up going to bed. I don't remember what time it was. But I was like, okay, you got to get up. So I don't even remember what time it was. I think it was like 4:45. But I think I was like in bed by like 5. Well, like 15 minutes after Alex gets up real early. Okay, like he sets his alarm for like 5:15, 5:20 to leave here at 8. He gets up so that he's like awake. Okay, he gets up and he lays in bed for like an hour and he goes through all of his social media. He lays there and it's kind of soothing to me, honestly. But he'll like go through all the social media and then he goes through TikTok and he just like laughs at these TikToks and stuff like that. I wake up to like 4 TikToks of rescue dogs every day. It's real cute. So anyway, or like funny little memes and stuff like that. But he lays there for like an hour. I always tell him, like if it's like cold outside, I'll be like, oh, your work called, it's a snow day. And he'll be like, why'd they call you? Like he always just plays along with me. I think it was this morning. I think it was this morning. I said, oh, your work called me. He goes, they did? And I said, yeah, they said that they don't need you to come in, that you can just stay here with me and the dogs all day long. He goes, oh, that was so nice of them. I mean, he knows I'm joking. But anyway, so I was like going to sleep, but then like I kept on waking up. I mean, it wasn't, he was he just lays there like this. He's, you know. But anyway, so finally at about 7, he like gets up and starts getting ready and stuff like that. Well, that was around the time that I fell asleep. He's real quiet when I'm like, he's totally, we both are like very quiet around the other one when they're sleeping. And so, other than the dogs barking at 3 a.m. But listen, I try to stop them real quick. So anyway, so he got up and he was like moving around and stuff like that. I feel like he left a little bit earlier this morning than he usually, because he usually leaves between like 7 and 8, just depending on like, you know. But anyway, tomorrow he has this like late meeting thing. So he'll be gone late tomorrow night, which is good because then I can like film all day tomorrow, because I didn't really film anything today except for a haul and now this vlog. So, and maybe even get my walk in before he comes home. We'll just kind of play it by ear. I'm staying up late tonight. I've got shows to watch. I mean, I stay up late every night, but I'm like, I'm not gonna, if I stay up and it's 5:30 or 6, I'm gonna be like, it's 5:30 or 6. But anyway, so this morning I finally fell asleep, like for good, when he left. But then I had my alarm set for like 8:15. Well, I think I fell asleep. He must have left earlier than that. He must have left at like 7:30, because I had my alarm set for like 8:15, 8:30. I never turn, like, what's the thing called? I don't even really know how to do it, where you turn it from, here it is, it's now on ring. I usually always have it on silent. So, when, like, for the doorbell and stuff like that, because I was like, they didn't text the last time, so I didn't think they were probably going to text this time before they came here. Usually, you know, like, they'll text and say, like, we're on our way or whatever. But anyway, so I kept on wake, like, the alarm would go off, and then I'd run to the window to see if they were out there. And they didn't, okay? And so they were never there. So the alarm went off. Finally, I did it like 8:15, because they were supposed to be here between 8 and 10. And I knew, like, because they told me that they were going to start bringing stuff around the side. Like, and they ended up, like, they, like, brought a lot of it through the house. But they were like, you know, if, like, we don't get you right away, we're just going to start bringing the stuff around the side. And I was like, okay. Well, Alex texted me, and it was like, I don't even know what time it was, and he was like, I literally just looked out the window like 2 minutes before, and he goes, they just pulled up, and he was like, he texted me, because I guess they thought that like Alex was here or whatever, because he's been the ones talking to him. So then I came downstairs, and all that kind of stuff, and they were like hanging out talking to the dogs and stuff before they got started and whatever. That's when we talked. But anyway, so then I went back upstairs, the dogs and I went back upstairs, and I thought, okay, I can sleep until like 11:30. I mean, I'd taken the dogs out and they'd eaten and everything like that, so I didn't really need to do a lot with them other than take them out. I wasn't going to take a shower. I was just going to throw in some clothes to go with Caroline. Sometimes I take a shower like in the summer if I want to look cute or going to brunch or something, but today I was like, I'm not. Oh, you know what? I was going to wear have I worn that yet? The blue one? I wore it last night to therapy. I'm wearing it more to walk in. It's not super warm. Well, maybe it will be with my new long johns that I got. Do we call them that anymore? I don't know. Anyway, it's been so long since I've worn long underwear. But I do kind of think, not this long underwear that I got, but you know that old school long underwear? I think it's kind of sexy. I don't know why. But anyway, so I tried to lay back to bed. The dogs were really good. That's so funny, I just said the dogs and they barked. Walter, because Otis has not found his bark yet. The dogs were really, really good. Like, well, first of all, they were good with them. And they were so nice. But they didn't, like, really, like, they, like, kind of stood back. Like, they could tell, like, they were doing something. Like, they didn't, like, go over there and whatever. And they kind of sniffed around the edge a little bit. But then I was like, come on, you guys, let's go upstairs. And they went upstairs with me. It was loud. At first, the dogs kind of seemed to notice it, but then they kind of just went back to bed. I could not. So finally, I don't even know, 11:45, something like that, I got up. I was like, okay, just get up, start getting ready and whatever. So I'm literally going on piecing parts of sleep together from this morning is what I am so ready. So when I go take my walk, this is why I said I'd maybe sleep for the night. So anyway, so they were getting done. So Alex came home. I was like half asleep in the bed listening to my audiobook, but I didn't know if they were going to need me, so I didn't want to fall asleep completely. And then Alex came home, and so he came upstairs and he was hanging out with me and the dogs. And he said, I'll just take care of this and whatever. He was like, if you want to go on your walk. I said, I need to vlog first. But I didn't want to sit out here and vlog. And it was too loud inside to vlog. I didn't want to sit out here and I also didn't want them walking behind. I didn't want to do it in the bedroom. It was way loud in the bedroom. They've been going in and out of the door all day long, and I just didn't want to sit out here. I don't know. I didn't know what I was going to talk about. Like, if I'm sitting out here and I'm talking about grieving, and they're walking in. I mean, they were walking in and out a lot today. I was like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, so I was just gonna wait until they were done. He was like, oh, okay. He's like, well, I'll just take care of it and stuff like that. So I laid there. Well, then I got a text from my neighbor next door, and she was like, do you know what's going on in the neighborhood? And I was like, I knew she already knew that everybody knew we were getting our patio doors done, because they parked like one truck in the driveway and one truck on the street. And so like I let everybody know that we were getting our patio doors done. And I said, with our patio door, no, she said, do you know what's going on? And then she said, are you guys okay? And I was like, yeah, we're okay. We're just getting our patio doors done, remember? Or something like that. And so then I got up and I like came outside, and she was outside, and I was like, there was like all these, like, there was like two fire trucks and an ambulance. We still don't know whose house it was. And so we were out there talking, and she's like, do you know what's going on? And like, then she had texted pool crew lady number one, because like the three of us are all friends. And so then she came out, her husband came out, and they're like, what's going on? We couldn't figure out whose house it was, because it's blocking like 4 houses. So we couldn't really see. And they were there for a long time. So we could, I mean, we were talking about it, like, it happens a couple times a year. Like, it's really kind of sad. I mean, there's a lot of older people that live in this neighborhood. And so like a couple times a year, you'll hear that, like, you know, somebody came in the middle of the night and somebody passed away or something like that. It hasn't really, I'm trying to think of the last time that, well, they usually put out, I think this is really nice. They usually put out emails, like the management company does, and they'll say, just wanted to let everybody know that so-and-so passed away and whatever, and further information. They send like the obituary usually and stuff like that. But news usually travels pretty quickly around here. I feel like it's been a while since somebody's passed away in this neighborhood. Well, like when you see like an ambulance come in the middle of the night, that hasn't happened in a while. In the summer, it seems to happen more, but even this summer, it didn't really happen that much. So anyway, that happened, and then Alex was cleaning, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna go vlog. So now I'm vlogging. So other than that, I don't know who it was, which is sad, but like I said, I don't know who it is. Other than that, today it was a good day. Read my Thanksgiving book, read a little bit more in my Kindle and some other things. I'm loving reading my Kindle. It's just easy. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, I never really thought, I mean, I've had Kindles before. I had like I think maybe Alex got me my very first Kindle, and it was like the first generation Kindle. And then a couple years after that, I got the Kindle Fire. I think you could watch shows on it or something, like an iPad. I can't remember, or play games or something. I was like, there was some reason why I had to have it. I don't even play games like that. I was like, I had to have this Kindle Fire thing. I like had a red cover for it. I can see it and everything. It didn't come with it. The cover that I had looked like a book on the app. I thought it was the coolest thing. I used that probably 3 times. I just didn't like it. And then I used the app on my phone for a while, but it doesn't feel right. Like, Tanya reads a lot on her phone, like her Kindle. It doesn't, but her phone is like a tablet. Like, her phone is big. I don't know. I don't like to read on my phone. So I really, to be honest with you, when I got this Kindle, one of the reasons why I got it was because I don't like to read on my phone, and I wanted to get Kindle Unlimited for a lot of the free books. But I wasn't going to read on my phone. I was like, just spend the money and buy a Kindle. I really, to be honest with you, did not think that I was going to use it as much as I did. So last night, Nikki and I are trying to come up with our final list of the Christmas Advent Calendar books. I wanted to read a couple of them, physical copy books. So I got on Amazon last night, and then like every Advent Calendar book that you could buy, like a paperback copy of, I bought. But it was literally, well, I have like 2 already here. So it was like 2 more. We're reading like 3 romances. I know that not everybody will probably just like pick and choose. I think it's gonna be next Monday. Yeah, because I think I have a hair appointment next Monday. Next Monday, I'm gonna announce on my BookTube channel all the Advent Calendar books. People can read all of them, or they can just read 1 or 2. The majority of them, I mean, I think almost all of them, except for the one where you tear the pages each day, are free on Kindle Unlimited. If you have KU, is what they call it. But anyway, and most of them come out December 1st, so they're not out already. Or you can just read 1 if you want to try 1, or you don't have to read any of them. But anyway, I tried to order a couple of them last night, and I think I got 2 that are like, I think one's a thriller, and I don't know what the other one maybe might be a romance or something. I don't know. But anyway, okay, so last night I watched Dragula, and then I wanted to watch a movie. I was like, I knew I wouldn't probably make a movie video today, but I was like, okay, then I can just like stock up. I just felt like watching a movie last night, and I wanted to watch something scary. Well, a while ago, it came out in 2022. I feel like I've heard about it like once a year, but like I don't ever pay any attention to it. is the horror movie Thanksgiving by Eli Roth. So I think the sequel was supposed to come out this year because I was reading about it last night, but like it never went into production or something. I don't know what happened with it. So I watched that movie Thanksgiving last night. I thought it was pretty good. Like I'm going to do a reaction to it tomorrow. I thought it was really pretty good. I thought it reminded me a lot of like the horror movies that I would go see with my ex back in the day. Like the original I Know What You Did Last Summer. It reminded me of those. Like, Scream, I just feel like that whole franchise stands on its own. I love those movies. It just reminded me of that. There was, like, a good balance between humor and horror. And, but it also was scary to me. And I also thought it was a new concept. It takes place in Plymouth, Massachusetts. So it also was a new concept. I thought it was going to be all about Thanksgiving. It wasn't. So I'll give you the synopsis in case you want to watch it. It's available all over online. It's called Thanksgiving. It's about this rich family, and they own this like store that's kind of like a Walmart. And it's Black Friday, but like they're opening the store on Thanksgiving to make more money because they're just, the dad's super greedy and the stepmom's super greedy. And so all these people are trying to get in. This is kind of the funny part, but then it turns kind of like into horror really quickly. They're all trying to get into this store at like 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day for these Black Friday sales. And they all want like this pizza oven thing or something. I don't know. But anyway, it's like this mass of people and I think like 3 or 4 people get killed. It's not, but it's done in kind of like a dark humor, horror kind of way. This is like, I've never seen anything like this. The concept of it is genius, of this movie. And so then it's a year later, and like, so there's like this young friend group, and then there's adults in it as well, which I kind of like. Patrick Dempsey plays the sheriff in it. I hadn't seen him in anything for a long time. I used to think he was so good looking back in the day. I looked it up. He and I are like the exact same age, or he's like 3 years older than me. And then Gina Gershon is in this, which oh my God, I love Gina Gershon so much. Addison Rae is in it. I didn't know it was her. I mean, I'm not a huge Addison Rae fan, but I didn't know it was her. She plays like the side friend to the main girl. So then there's like a group of teenagers. That's the part that kind of reminded me of like I Know What You Did Last Summer. If you liked I Know What You Did Last Summer, you should watch Thanksgiving because it really reminds me a lot of that. And it's a new concept. And so it's this person coming back. The town is like famous for being like, you know, like the first Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff or whatever. And they make a lot of jokes about that too. And like, you know, just the perception of Thanksgiving today in 2025. Like they talk a lot about that in there as well. And so it's like somebody that was like hurt in some way or harmed by the Black Friday sale is now like taking down the people that were closest to like the guy that owns the store, his daughter, the friend, all these people. And it's all done, like, around this, like, Thanksgiving theme. It's really, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. Like, it takes a lot for me to watch a horror movie and be like, oh, I loved this. Like, I thought it was, I mean, I didn't love it. Like, I don't know that I would want to, I would probably watch it again. Like, not tomorrow, but maybe next year. I wouldn't say it's, like, one of the best horror movies that I've ever seen. But I thought it was pretty good. I was pretty impressed with it. So, I watched that last night. Dragula, and then I watched The Fall. I am enjoying The Fall. I think I'm on halfway through the 4th episode. Did I finish the 4th episode? It's only, the first season's only 5 episodes. So maybe I just have that one left. And then a new documentary, true crime documentary. I may watch this tonight and cover it tomorrow, or I may watch it. I don't know if I'm going to watch it tonight or not, but I will be covering it either tomorrow or Friday. I've got to get back and finish the Welcome to Plathville. I mean, I'm so behind on that, and also 1,000 Pound Roomies. People keep on asking me if I'm going to watch. Yes, I was going to do each episode separately. I'm just going to watch the last 2 episodes of 1,000 Pound Roomies and react to it. I'm just going to do that in one video. I'll probably do that next week. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I am going to get caught up on Welcome to Plathville. I don't know when, but it'll happen. It'll happen in the next month. I'll be done with all of it. And 1,000 Pound Roomies, because I want to get caught up on this, the books and the shows and all this kind of stuff. But there's like the Cartman Family Murders or something like that. It's about a kid that's like out on a boat with his mom. Not a kid, I think he's like 20 or something like that. And then his mom dies, and then he becomes like the suspect. It's a true crime documentary. It just came out on Netflix today. The battery just went to the halfway mark. I don't even know how much, where am I at on time? Up 28 minutes and 20 seconds. It just came out on Netflix today. because I looked and it said November 19th. And I kept on seeing it. Like, I usually put on my notifications for it on Netflix and all the different sites when new stuff's coming out. There's another one that came out on Prime. I don't know if it's new or not. It's called Malice or something. Did I watch it already? I feel like I kind of watched it. But there's something else that came out. Well, on Apple, there are so many things I want to watch on Apple. A lot of them are not completely out. I will not watch a show until it's completely out. Though the Pluribus one, I really, really want to watch that. But it's like only 4 episodes are out, so I'll wait till that's all out. Invasion on Apple I have. Severance Season 2. I still have, well, this is not an Apple show, but Yellow Jackets. I still have to watch the last season of Yellow Jackets. I have so many shows to watch. I could just sit and binge watch TV shows all day long. I just love it. I love it so much. I'm kind of like, one of the reasons why I'm excited about this, that I'm going to watch this true crime tonight is, I don't know, maybe I'll film 2 videos on all my channels tomorrow. I'm just really excited about watching true crime. I haven't watched like a true crime. It's been like a week or 2 weeks maybe since, I don't know what the last true crime I watched was. You know, I keep a list in my phone of all the watched TV shows. Let's look in here and see. Watch TV shows. Okay. The Beast in Me I finished on the 17th. Lazarus on the 15th. Three Pines on the 13th. All Our Fault on the 19th. Karen Paris on the 8th, season 2, season 1 on the 6th. The Alabama Solution was really the last true crime. If you'd even call, the camera stopped. So I guess that would be it. Oh, Eileen, Queen of the Serial Killers was on 10:30. That's really like the last true crime that I watched. So tonight is going to be a walk, hopefully finishing the Thursday Murder Club, and then take a shower, take a nap, eat something, watch some shows tonight. Look out my windows, look, come to my window. That should be my thumbnail, shouldn't it? Come to my window. I never do use thumbnails like that on my vlog. I never do. Come outside, wait by the night, ride of the moon. I don't know the lyrics to that song, but I used to love that song so much. Is that Melissa Etheridge, isn't it? Come to my window. I love Melissa Etheridge. Can I just tell you that? I love Melissa Etheridge. All of those, like, those female empowered, like, rock singers from back in the day. Oh my God, I love them so much. Like, Katie Lang, Jewel. Would we consider Jewel part of that? I would. Oh, Joan Osborne, do you remember her? Have any of these people turned freaky today? I don't think they have. I still love the Indigo Girls today. Oh, I mean, the Indigo Girls are probably like, they're on like every one of my playlists. With high school all the way through. My walk-in list. I don't think they're on my runway list, but on my walk list, like a lot of my playlists, Indigo Girls. I love the Indigo Girls. Oh, Sarah McLachlan, love her so much. This is like basically I'm just listing the Lilith Fair. Do you guys remember the Lilith Fair? I think maybe it was the very first year that was ever out. And it was like Jewel, Sarah McLachlan. Were the Indigo Girls the one that I went to? I don't remember. Come to my window. Come outside. Stay by the light of the moon. Come to my window. I'll be home soon. Come outside, come outside, come outside. That's great, it starts with an earthquake. Now, you know when I say in videos, like, I don't walk around flipping a fan and stuff like that? I do walk around and do this. Like, this is very normal of a day for me. Like, Alex just laughs, because I'll just come to the kitchen and I'll be like, working at the car wash, yeah. And he just starts laughing. He's like, what made you think of, I'm like, I don't know. But then I get a song stuck in my head forever. Oh my God, what song did I get stuck in my head? And it was Nikki's fault. She said something to me. Oh, well, we were talking about last night. It was a Casey and JoJo song. What was the song? Shoot, because I looked it up. I said, that's not my favorite Casey and JoJo song. And she goes, what's your favorite Casey and JoJo song? And she said, when I said it, she goes, oh, I thought that was Jodeci. And I go, no, I have it right here. I go, it's literally the only. She started singing this song. And I go, this is so funny because that's not the Casey and JoJo song I'm thinking of. She goes, that song's not by Casey and JoJo, it's Jodeci. I go, no, it's not, because I have it on my iTunes. I'm looking at it. And I said, I thought I had a different Casey and JoJo song in here. But anyway, the song is all my life, think of someone like you. Do you remember that song? But that's not the Casey and JoJo. Oh, hi, Walter. I'm singing it to you. But that's not the Casey and JoJo song I'm thinking of. JoJo songs. What's the Casey and JoJo song I'm thinking of? Why can't I remember what it is? I'm like looking at it. Now I don't know. I'm looking at all their songs. All my life, I prayed for someone like you. Is that it? Where are the lyrics at? Why did Casey and JoJo break up? Oh, that's what Nikki said to me. She goes, they were from Jodeci first. She's like, and then Jodeci broke up, and that was Casey and JoJo. I go, oh, that's right. I kind of forgot about that. I remember people thought that Jodeci broke up a few years back, but let me set the record straight. We never broke up. We just took a little hiatus to explore. I'm going to have to inform Miss Nikki about this. To explore some solo vibes. Me, Casey, JoJo, and Dalvin were all still brothers, still making music, still got the signature Jodeci sound. Okay, well, that's good to know. Oh, we don't want to go to that. That's Spotify lyrics. Where are the lyrics? All my life, I pray for someone like you. And I thank God that I finally found you. If I heard it, I would know it. Maybe I'm thinking of that. You know what I'm thinking of? Okay, Linda Ronstadt. Didn't she do a song? Did she do a song with Luther Vandross? I love Luther Vandross so much. Okay. Why am I looking on the Google for my iTunes library? What's the Linda Ronstadt? Do you know the song I'm talking about? This is still not the song I'm thinking of. In my head, I'm like, Peter, that's not the song you're thinking about. Linda Ronstadt. Am I even saying her name right? Okay, Linda Ronstadt. Duets. Don't Know Much by Aaron Neville. But that's not the song I'm thinking of. What's the song I'm thinking of? Get a 12 gauge Outlaw every day on the front page. I love that song so much. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Anyway, okay, let's get off here so I can go take my walk. My one video that I posted is already up today. If you guys saw my iTunes, you would die. Like, should we just put iTunes on shuffle? Because people are like, Peter likes that song. Let's just put my iTunes on shuffle for a second here. Let's turn it down. My new current fave, that was one of my favorites in high school right now, that I have been listening to nonstop, is Cut You Up by Peter Murphy. I love that song so much. And I came up on my iTunes. I was like, oh my God, I forgot how much I love this song. Okay, but let's just put in library. Here, let's go into songs and let's shuffle and see what comes up. Okay. Wasn't Born to Follow the Byrds. I love that song. But also, the very last song in Orange is the New Black. Just so you know. Okay. Black Friday by Tom Odell. I don't know that song. I'll Be There, Tiesto. Crash Into Me, Dave Matthews Band. Tenderness, General Public. Love that song so much. One of my all-time favorite songs in the entire world. Sundream, Rufus Du Sol. Let's Have a Kiki, Scissor Sisters. Green Sleeves from A Charlie Brown Christmas. I Drink Wine by Adele. I don't even know that song. I was like, who is... Okay, Peter Hook and the Light, It's New Order. Ceremony live at the Apollo Theater. Purple Disco Machine, Hypnotized. I love them so much. They might, like, be quickly passing Nora... I can't think of her name. Nora Impure as one of my favorite, like, EDM artists. Sweet and Tender Hooligans of Smith. This is boring, isn't it? Okay, Fred Again, Ray Charles, Calvin Harris. Oh my God, the Holdover soundtrack. I was just thinking about when I'm going to watch that. I'm thinking about, like, all the Christmas movies I want to watch for this year and review on my movie channel. All my life, I pray for someone like Bogorinos, and now I got you. Come to my window. Okay, I'm getting off here now. This is becoming cheesy. So, today was the day. We got the window in. And today was Thursday. And I hope you're having a magically amazing Thursday. Oh, no, today's Wednesday. I hope you have a magically amazing Wednesday. But most of you will probably be watching this on Thursday. So I hope you're having a magically amazing Thursday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. Don't call people people. Be kind to one another. Love one another. Love one another. Everybody come together. Try to love one another. Win right now. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.